Carolina Insider is presented by Wells Fargo, official sponsor of Carolina Athletics, and brought to you by Coca-Cola. When you're stocking up for game day, be sure to grab a Coke with a friend. Together, taste better. Carolina Ford. Ford, built for victory. Built for the Carolinas. Contact your Carolina Ford dealer today. And by Hardison and Cochran, attorneys at law, 919 all fours.
Hello again and welcome to the latest edition of the Carolina Insider. My name is Jones Angel and we've got a lot of great stuff to talk about because the Tar Heels had a great 2-0 week on the basketball court. 2 big home victories over in-state opponents. First on Wednesday night against Wake Forest and then Saturday afternoon over NC State. We will have highlights and post-game reaction from both of those games. Plus, Adam Lucas and I had an opportunity to speak to Tar Heel Athletic Director Bubba Cunningham. Carolina about to embark on a very busy spring season. We'll talk to Bubba about that, about lessons learned from the fall and more. Plus, as always, we'll have fun bouncing around social media and finding some relevant Carolina topics. But let's start with Saturday afternoon. It was a 2 o'clock tip between the Tar Heels and NC State. This was a well-played game, really, by both teams. A lot of highlights to show you after the Carolina 10-point win. We'll do that and some post-game reaction from the Heels over the Pack.
Bounces front court, right corner to Walton. Walton will send it back up high to Baycott. Drives hard left of the lane, goes to the cup, draws contact, no whistle. Sharp with the rebound for Carolina. He'll push it ahead to Love. Love angles, attacks, falling away off the window. Wow. Leaky Black on the left wing. Leaky will take a step in for the long 2. No good. Sharp rebound in the flush. As Shaquille Moore had 17 in the first game is checked in. Entry pass into the post taken away by Baycott. Here comes Carolina the other way. Love attacks hard, scoops it in with the left hand. High post to Sharp, dumps it down low to R.J. Davis. Had his shot blocked, gets it back, flips it to Baycott, who flips it in. Love, hard left-handed dribble, out to Harris, really tough. Long 3 is good. Anthony Harris heels up 3 and on the move. Black to Walton. Can't pull the trigger left sideline. Instead goes high post to Baycott. His quick jump shot is good. 4 on 3. Love will angle through the top of the key. Over to Walton. Quick 3. Looks online. Rattles out. But then slammed in by Day'Ron Sharp to a trailing Funderburg. He drives. Dishes to Bates, who's swatted by Baycott. Picked up by Sharp. What a block by Armando. Carolina running the other way with the 9-point lead. Davis, behind the back, pulls up at the elbow and splashes it in. That was fancy. Had Sharp in the post, couldn't get it to him. Heels reset. Back out to Davis. He'll try a 3. Yes, sir! To Sharp, one-on-one with Helms. He'll kick it out to Anthony Harris. Harris, jab step, drive, scoop, and score! Anthony Harris for 2. Walton has not hit a jump shot today. His only basket was a driving layup. Great pass down low. Davis to Baycott, breaks free and dunks it down. Love circles around some traffic, kicks it out to Walton. He'll try a 3. Yes! Love gonna try a tough step back triple. It was an air ball, but Anthony Harris squeezes and scores. They answer in a big way today with another quality performance in what is becoming a habit for these Tar Heels. Playing much better and getting the win by 10, 86-76.
I think our work on the backboards was big. I was happy with Day'Ron going 16 and 10. Mondo 8 for 12 from the floor. We shot over 50% in the first half and the second half. The first time all year that we've done that, but it was balanced scoring for us. I think that was big, what we got off the bench. Daniels was a load for us today, and Manny and Funderburk, Funderburk had 14, Manny had 10, and they had 100 blocks between them. So it's a difficult time to play those guys as much as we try to go inside. But feel good about the W. And again, I loved how much our bench gave us coming in the game and scoring, not just doing the other things.
We can make that happen, definitely.
This looks great.
We'll bring it and have
Getting through the morning meeting in one piece?
Thanks.
Feels good. Then realizing it's payday. That definitely feels good. all while keeping the kids busy and the clients happy? You're unstoppable. With a Wells Fargo checking account, you can bank without missing a beat.
Your life is more flexible and efficient than ever, and your energy is too. See how North Carolina's electric cooperatives are building a brighter future for the rural communities we serve at ncelectriccooperatives.com/brighter.
In the truck game, greatness is defined by a relentless commitment to the customer, forged over decades, built by a team resolute in helping you achieve your greatness. Experience this award-winning lineup today. Ford F-Series, America's best-selling truck for 44 years straight and counting.
Now get a well-equipped 2020 F-150 with up to $10,531 in total savings, only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Today tastes like staying in, like our go-to place. Tastes like anticipating, and a little bit like waiting.
Food's here.
Today tastes like a piece of the action, and it never tasted this good.
Your life is more flexible and efficient than ever, and your energy is too. See how North Carolina's electric cooperatives are building a brighter future for the rural communities we serve at ncelectriccooperatives.com/brighter.
Does your team mean the world to you? Then we're just alike. My team here at Hardison & Cochran means the world to me. And just like you, I have nothing but confidence in my team when it's on the line. If you've been injured at work and facing a blitz from the insurance company, I welcome you to call on me and my team. We have 3 workers' compensation experts ready to put in the game to protect you and your family.
Hardison & Cochran, attorneys at law, here for you. 919 all fours.
Carolina Insider is presented by Wells Fargo.
This sequence this past week of Wake Forest and NC State is one of just 2 times all season that Carolina is scheduled to play back-to-back home games. So these both felt really important, and the Tar Heels started the week with a quality performance against Wake Forest. First 10 minutes or so were a little shaky, but the last 30 the Tar Heels played very well, withstood some very hot shooting from the Deacs in the second half from 3-point range, and emerged with a 7-point victory over Wake Forest. Let's check out some highlights from Wednesday night, plus some post-game reaction too from the Heels win over Wake.
Now it's R.J. Davis, got to go. He'll pull up for the long 2 and strip the net. Love, still scoreless thus far to Baycott, now right wing to Walton. Gets a clean look at 3. He'll shoot that and strip the net. Caleb Love has it now on the right sideline. Nice crossover dribble, gets him free, pulls up for the long 2 and drops it in. So it's Love, Walton, Johnson, Brooks, and Baycott. Love a long 3, and he answers the triple by the Deacs.
No good when you foul him early.
Williamson drive blocked by Love. Love's done a good job defensively as he'll go the other way. Kick it in the corner left to Walton. Pump fake on the 3. Drives in, takes the 2, and knocks it in. Still looking for the first points of the second half. Both teams as the Heels are down 2. Walton all the way to the cup. Nobody ever stopped him. Ends up in an open look for 3 that is missed by Wake Forest Antonio. Walton with the rebound. Long push ahead to Black, who gets right to the rim. Crossover at the timeline. Circles to the left wing. Finds Baycott at the free throw line. Goes hard against Massoud. Give him the bucket and 1. Has cut Carolina's lead down to 4. Musius has it stripped from behind by Leaky Black. Turns into a 3-on-1. Love gets the roll on the scoop shot right side. Boy, he hung in the air for a long time and was able to spin it off the backboard for 2.
When they're trying to get back out of the scramble.
Second free throw was no good as Brooks hits a tough turnaround. Take out Walton and Sharp. And Davis steals the inbounds. Saves it behind his back to Black to a trailing Baycott for the flush. Musius, already a career high, as Love steals the entry pass. 2-on-1, Love and Black. Back to Caleb for the tomahawk. Hello! And now Wake picking up with some full court pressure. Inbounds goes to Baycott, quickly outlet to Love. He'll outrun everybody for another throwdown. 80-73 the final. Tar Heels now 9-5 on the season, 4-3 in conference play. Wake falls to 3-6, 0-6 in the ACC.
Wake in the league is 0-6 now, and they've been there, right there, every game they played in the second half. And tonight was what has been happening to them all year. I told Steve I liked what he's doing. It doesn't get him a raise by me saying that, but it was difficult for us tonight. Isaiah is 4 for 24 for the year from three-point line. He sees us coming, he's 7 for 12. And 3 times in a row in the second half, we gave them a second shot opportunity, and they made 2 threes and 1 2-point field goal. But I liked a couple of things in the second half. We had 12 assists, 3 turnovers. I like the fact that I look at Leaky Black, and it's 8 assists, 1 turnover. Caleb had 2 turnovers in the first 4 minutes, and then didn't have another one until the next to last player, last minute anyway, when he didn't understand the rule. I told him I couldn't imagine how much money everybody's family spends sending them around the world in the summer, and you don't realize that rule. But I tell you what, Caleb was stepped up 4 of 7 from free throw line, which is not good for him. He made 2 big threes for us. And again, think in terms of 2 turnovers in the first 4 minutes and didn't have another turnover for basically 35 minutes. Second chance points, I hate it when the other team is 18-9, but I do like the fact that we had 12 turnovers and they had 20. So we had more points at the end, and that's the biggest difference.
Today tastes like staying in, like our go-to place. Tastes like anticipating, and a little bit like waiting. Today tastes like a piece of the action, and it never tasted this good.
We can make that happen, definitely.
This looks great.
We'll bring it and have
Getting through the morning meeting in one piece
thanks.
feels good. Then realizing it's payday. That definitely feels good. All while keeping the kids busy and the clients happy. You're unstoppable. With a Wells Fargo checking account, you can bank without missing a beat.
Your life is more flexible and efficient than ever, and your energy is too. See how North Carolina's electric cooperatives are building a brighter future for the rural communities we serve at ncelectriccooperatives.com/brighter.
Does your team mean the world to you? Then we're just alike. My team here at Hardison & Cochran means the world to me. And just like you, I have nothing but confidence in my team when it's on the line. If you've been injured at work and facing a blitz from the insurance company, I welcome you to call on me and my team. We have 3 workers' compensation experts ready to put in the game to protect you and your family.
Hardison & Cochran, attorneys at law, here for you. 919 all fours.
In the truck game, greatness is defined by a relentless commitment to the customer, forged over decades, built by a team resolute in helping you achieve your greatness. Experience this award-winning lineup today. Ford F-Series, America's best-selling truck for 44 years straight and counting.
Now get a well-equipped 2020 F-150 with up to $10,531 in total savings, only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Your life is more flexible and efficient than ever, and your energy is too. See how North Carolina's electric cooperatives are building a brighter future for the rural communities we serve at ncelectriccooperatives.com/brighter.
Carolina Insider is presented by Wells Fargo.
We always enjoyed the opportunity to catch up with Tar Heel Athletic Director Bubba Cunningham, and gracious knows Bubba has been busy, maybe more so this year than ever before, just with all the different things going on and trying to manage COVID and so much more for Carolina athletics. That includes having an extraordinarily busy spring season upcoming because so many fall sports will also be competing in the spring as far as for NCAA championships. We talked to Bubba about that and more, including what lessons the Tar Heels learned from going through the fall that might help them in the spring. Bubba, what did what did Carolina learn from going through the fall that maybe will help you now be better prepared to attack this very busy spring?
Well, I think that's a great question, because what we did learn is you have to social distance. You have to wear the mask. In those fundamental things that we made some mistakes early. Our kids came back and we were probably a little bit loose. We had to pause things. We had to shut things down for a while. But what I think that showed us is that if you do it properly, you can get over the hump. And you saw that. We played 11 football games, and then we played the bowl game. So that worked out exceptionally well. Some of our other teams stumbled a little bit out of the gate, then they came back. So the soccers, the lacrosses, the volleyballs all got to play an awful lot. So now I think we learned that. And I think we learned it from a student standpoint as well. And now the testing that all the students are having to do before they come back. In fact, we had over 80 students test positive at home and didn't come back. And so that really will slow the spread of the rest of the campus community. So those weren't student athletes, by the way, because our students are back. They all get tested. They all have to quarantine themselves, and they all have to be medically cleared before they start to participate. And the trainers and Dr. Sioka are doing that. So I think that's probably the greatest lesson, is that you have to take it very, very seriously and just do the small things and do them well.
Carolina's very proud of its broad-based program, deservedly so. Never before have almost every sport in that broad-based program competed at the same time. What are some of the challenges, facility and personnel, and just from an athletic director standpoint that you're having to face as every sport except football, I think, is slated to compete in the next few months?
Yeah, it's just probably that they're all together. And so all the testing. But the great thing about it is the university set up their own lab. Our trainers know how to do the testing. They're teaching the students how to do it, all the general student body as well as the student athletes. So they actually do the self-administered test. They put it in the baggie. They send it off to the lab here on campus, and we get a result very, very quickly. So that's a godsend to us, the number of tests that we're going to have to do. The facilities people are pulling their hair out. It is a lot of events. I say we have about 200 events a year. I think we'll probably have about 150 this spring. Wow. You guys are broadcasting these games. The social media group, everybody's trying to produce games. We have a lot of events that we want to get out. It's going to be a wild semester, but when you think about why you do things, it's because we want to create those experiences for students. They're getting a great education, and they're going to be able to compete. We are fortunate our facilities are done, and so we have a lot of space for kids to practice. If it rains, I'm going to go home, because all 27 teams are going to go to the indoor facility, and somebody's going to have to decide, so I'm not doing that.
They'll be calling Bubba. I'm going to let that go to voicemail. Bubba, we want to look forward here, but I do want to ask you about one thing that happened in the fall, and that was football's terrific season and their berth in the Orange Bowl. I'd be interested in your thoughts on the impact of them achieving that goal and what they were able to do this season.
How about that? I mean, 2 years. And I was very excited, obviously, when Matt got hired and came and said, here's a guy that knows Carolina, he knows all the people here, he's a great recruiter, we're going to get this thing turned around. And you think, that's going to be 3, 4, 5 years, we'll be right there. 2 years, and we're winning 8 games, going to the Orange Bowl. Did not see that coming. His ability to recruit, his ability to connect is something I completely underestimated. So really happy for them. And at times I thought, boy, this is great. We're playing these games, we're winning games, and we had 25 fans at the first game. And then I think our second game, we went on the road to Boston College, we had 0. Yeah. And then we came back, and eventually we got to 3,500. I thought, well, this 3,500 really felt like a lot of people when you didn't have any. And then I started thinking, then I felt sorry for myself and sorry for the team, and said, that means we've got, 46,500 that couldn't come. But you had to start thinking about, the reason we're doing this is so the kids can play. Put all that effort in so they can play. So as much as I wanted everybody to see it, I'm glad we were able to broadcast it, glad we have the ACC network, glad we have this facility that we can broadcast so many other games about. But it was really a great year, and I'm really pleased with our coaches and pleased with the way they communicated. And as I think I told you guys probably too many times, but when all of the spring events got shut down, and our track coach wrote his letter to the track team and talked about grit and resiliency, they demonstrated it all semester. And that's really pleasing to see, and I can't wait for this semester to get going.
You touched on fans at football. It was announced this week there won't be fans at spring sports other than close family members, 2 per student athlete. What went into that decision to limit things for the spring?
Well, we're obviously right now in the worst we've ever had in North Carolina. And we're certainly trying to be as accommodating as we can. The number one priority is the parents of the student athletes. We would love to have fans come to games, but a number of our sports, at least in the next couple of weeks and months, are going to be indoors. And it really doesn't make sense. The thing that we want to prioritize is their participation, their opportunity to play. And it was a difficult decision, something that we spent a lot of time thinking about, but it just doesn't make sense to us. And so rather, what we have all lived in the last few months is ambiguity. And at least now it's clear. This is who can come, this is who can't. It's unfortunate, but we're going to really turn our efforts from now to next fall and say that really, we hope with the vaccinations, we hope with the therapeutics, we hope with the testing, that by this summer, things will really be different. And so we're going to really concentrate on selling tickets for the fall, get people back for next year.
We can make that happen, definitely.
This looks great.
We'll bring it and have
Getting through the morning meeting in one piece
thanks.
feels good. Then realizing it's payday. That definitely feels good. All while keeping the kids busy and the clients happy? You're unstoppable. With a Wells Fargo checking account, you can bank without missing a beat.
Your life is more flexible and efficient than ever, and your energy is too. See how North Carolina's electric cooperatives are building a brighter future for the rural communities we serve at ncelectriccooperatives.com/brighter.
In the truck game, greatness is defined by a relentless commitment to the customer, forged over decades, built by a team resolute in helping you achieve your greatness. Experience this award-winning lineup today. Ford F-Series, America's best-selling truck for 44 years straight and counting.
Now get a well-equipped 2020 F-150 with up to $10,531 in total savings, only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Today tastes like staying in, like our go-to place. Tastes like anticipating, and a little bit like waiting.
Food's here.
Today tastes like a piece of the action, and it never tasted this good.
Your life is more flexible and efficient than ever, and your energy is too. See how North Carolina's electric cooperatives are building a brighter future for the rural communities we serve at ncelectriccooperatives.com/brighter.
Does your team mean the world to you? Then we're just alike. My team here at Hardison & Cochran means the world to me. And just like you, I have nothing but confidence in my team when it's on the line. If you've been injured at work and facing a blitz from the insurance company, I welcome you to call on me and my team. We have 3 workers' compensation experts ready to put in the game to protect you and your family.
Hardison & Cochran, attorneys at law, here for you. 919 all fours.
Carolina Insider is presented by Wells Fargo.
Wrapping up the Carolina Insider, and we do that as always with the Social Drive. Adam Lucas and I will take a look around social media and find some hot topics that have to do with the Tar Heels. Adam, that starts with move-in day for the Tar Heel football team. Early enrollees, that is 12 members of the 2021 class making their way to Chapel Hill.
It's funny how social media can make something that is extremely not fun seem like it actually is fun.
Yeah.
Like if you've ever moved anyone into college or really moved in anywhere, you know that it's absolutely miserable. But to look at it on Instagram, those fellas had a great time lugging around those heavy boxes. That's why you want to bring a whole football team with you when you go to move in.
There are a lot of like peace signs thrown at the cameras, like move-in day. All right, So glad those guys are on campus. And in all seriousness, it will be a big benefit to them and to Tar Heel football to have those guys available for the spring.
Remember when it used to be unusual that someone would enroll in January, and now you've got almost the entire class that'll be able to go through spring practice and be in strength and conditioning and ready for the summer and the fall.
Sticking with Carolina football, Adam, former Tar Heel offensive lineman Arthur Smith all the way up to head coach. We've been talking about Arthur a couple of times here over the last several weeks, the great work that he's done with the Tennessee Titans, and after 10 years on that Titans staff, including the last few as the offensive coordinator, makes his way to be the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons.
And as we mentioned here, looks like he had his pick of head coaching jobs, a lot of open positions. Arthur chose the Falcons. Certainly wish him great success with them, and he'll be close by, so hopefully we'll be able to see him have a lot of success.
Again, he was an offensive lineman at Carolina from 01 to 05, and actually spent a year after that as a GA on the Tar Heels staff, where he got his start in the coaching ranks. Somebody at the ACC, a marketing genius at the ACC, deemed this month, Adam, not January, but Jamuary. And if there's one Tar Heel who can throw down some jams, it's Vince Carter. Let's take a look and listen here.
Carter! No! Oh no! Oh no! 3/4 court from Sherman! 19 for Vince!
So that one came in the Smith Center against Florida State. Here, one more look at a half-court alley-oop, not bad. Next we get a little flying tomahawk. Charlotte, Adam, against Virginia Tech, I guess?
I definitely think that's the old Charlotte Coliseum. That's Greensboro.
Yeah, that was Greensboro against Clemson in the ACC tournament. Unfortunately, that dunk doesn't get as much love as it really should because it was nasty because of the result of that game. That's an all-timer there on that play, and a play that the Tar Heels still run to this day. Now, maybe not with Vince Carter on the receiving end.
Well, and when you see it from a certain angle, you can see just how high his head gets relative to the rim and the backboard.
Carolina about to embark on a really difficult final 11 games of the regular season, and that includes, at least as of now, 3 consecutive road games. The Tar Heels were originally scheduled to play at home next weekend against Notre Dame, but that schedule has been shifted due to some COVID problems with Tar Heel opponents earlier in the year. So as of now, next 3 games at Pitt, at Clemson, at Duke. A tough stretch coming up for the Heels. That starts with a Tuesday night trip to Pittsburgh to see the Panthers. We'll have highlights of that game and more next week here on the Carolina Insider.
Carolina Insider is presented by Wells Fargo, official sponsor of Carolina Athletics, and brought to you by Coca-Cola. When you're stocking up for game day, be sure to grab a Coke with a friend. Together, tastes better. Carolina Insider is produced by Go Heels Productions for Tar Heel Sports Properties, a property of Learfield IMG College.